and welcome back to Reading Homestuck, Hiveswap Friendsim. We got June, Mason, and Arthur here today.
As per usual, as per usual.
Hello.
Indeed. Indeed, we got the whole gang.
You and I.
And so, who do we want to do the narration for today? Mason?
Sure, yeah.
It's one of you.
Unless anyone else wants to, particularly.
Let Mason.
One of you
Let
two,
him cook.
Alright, let's let him cook. With...
Fresh from your most recent bout of gratuitous bodily injury and touching scenes of camaraderie, you soldier on. You've had a few setbacks, made a couple silly choices. Boy, do things just keep happening. But let nobody say that you, the main character, are incapable of growth and change. You've made sure not to be caught in the wilderness near dawn again. You've made your way back to civilization. You can't wait to discover what new adventures await you. Adventures like... friendship. Now, last time we did get hit by a car, so maybe this time we'll meet the one who actually hit us.
Yeah, maybe Vikare here was the one behind the wheel. Oh, we're back in our old ship, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
I guess.
We're back at the title
That's where we all
screen.
began.
But the
To see if we can find any of the rips we lost.
If we can see below the this text box, is MSPA reader just still there? It's just an endless wave of MSPA readers that just constantly.
I thought I saw it for a second. Is there a way to like remove the text box?
Fuck if I know. Hang on.
There must be a button for it. Yep.
Oh,
There we are.
Wait. If I close menu. No.
Oh no.
No, that just showed
Okay, it just
That
it just
showed
goes
the
back to the
menu.
title screen. Okay,
Yeah,
never mind.
their leg would be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're true.
They're not.
Amazing.
It's just a matter.
There's another MSPA reader that's actually fully died. Anyway.
Yeah, fully face down, no leg.
Yeah. It got removed.
Yeah.
For spare parts.
Yeah.
For food.
Yummy.
Yes.
It's probably best for you to stop trying to predict what's going to happen to you at this point. Everything that's happened so far on this planet has been kind of chaotic. Kind of. In fact, you're ready for something more familiar. Oh, is that why we're going back to the ship? Yeah, oh, yeah. You head back to the site of your abandoned spaceship. Sure, it's smashed beyond repair, but it's a little slice of home.
A little slice of home.
A slice of home.
A little of him.
Maybe at least one or two pieces of it are fixable. You march off in what you think is the right direction. When you get there, you're not alone. A little guy. A funny little guy.
That's a
big
funny
little
little guy.
Just standing there, gazing at your spaceship, maybe assessing it. As you watch, he breaks off a couple gears and stuffs them in his pocket. Hey! You clear your throat loudly. Oh, dear.
Well, what an entrance!
God.
Why did I even click the save button? What an entrance! Okay.
What, you want to save this screenshot for posterity?
I don't know.
I can't.
For Prospect. Just
Save
for
it for
Prospect. Which
What
is
would be ironic?
ironic.
Huh?
Because Vikare here is a Torza, which is the mind aspect, and Durs,
God damn it.
of the Revealer. Look,
What we've
man,
revealed here today is I know nothing.
Look, man, I'm glad to have some company, alright?
Yeah. So lonely.
I'm just happy to have some fucking company, man.
Anyway, who dares to voice this little guy?
Good galloping gravy!
Oh, thank God.
Got the Smash Bros logo.
Exactly what I
mirrored
was
in his
thinking,
goggles.
Alex. Thank you for speaking.
Yeah, well,
thank you for speaking for me.
okay, how do we describe this voice for me to jot down real quick? How would we describe because that's the voice we're going with, but like how
eccentrically British.
If you mirror his picture, he has the Smash Bros logo in his eyes.
Yeah. Wait, does that mean what I think it means?
He's confirmed for MSPA reader. Confirmed for Smash 6. What would the
Alex,
splash screen be?
This is your excuse to do the
MSPA reader brings it home.
Oh,
Or hits it home.
No. It's got to be something a lot more stupid and pathetic than that. The MSPA reader, let's be honest here, the MSPA reader would be like a joke character. It would be like the equivalent of like Melee Pichu.
Or Super Smash Flash 2 Sandbag.
That kind of
Yes.
thing, yeah.
That makes even more sense.
Yeah, because they would just stand there and let the opponents hit them, because honestly, I think they'd be into it at this point. Given all that's happened so far, I put nothing past them. Anyway. Why, I've never seen the likes of you before! What strange wonders the heavens have rained down upon us today!
You quickly lose any indignation you were building up. He's smiling at you, and his words seem at least somewhat amicable.
And that's all the MSPA really needs. Anything remotely complimentary? Yeah, perfect.
Compliments? I believe you're more talking about friendship. You got any of that
I believe
friendship?
you're talking about the MSPA reader's very blatant praise kink.
Maybe you got this all wrong. Maybe this is the next person you're going to get chummy with. You cut right to the chase. No point in beating around the ground leaf covering. That's probably what they call it on this planet. Wow. You let this guy know you're the proprietor of the spaceship he's stripping, and you're in mighty need of a new friend. Maybe I can trade you some of those ship parts for your friendship.
A friend, eh? A bosom companion? A pal around town? I've seen nary a Tom and Dickus or Harry around these parts who might fit the bill. Hello, Hiveswap.
Yeah.
I just realized this guy speaks how I initially imagined Jake English to speak.
Yeah, honestly.
Jake Alternian.
Alternian
Jake.
Alternian Jake, real.
You
If
were...
he was Hopebound, then it would have been.
Yeah.
And CrossFit, actually. You
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
also be CrossFit.
Yeah.
You were kind of trying to imply that this guy could be your friend. Is it too late to say that now? You try to imply it with your eyebrows.
As for me, day-to-day matters here at Alternia interest me not. For I care only about hurtling at great speeds through the boundless expanse of the cosmos. That's right, space! It is space flight that consumes my every waking thought and all my ardor.
I'm sorry, really quick. The way you said, did you mean to
Yes,
make
I did
space sound
entirely
like
mean
Tim
to
Curry?
make it sound like Tim Curry. Space!
You're right.
Play the clip. Play the clip for all the unfortunate souls in the audience not aware.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
Space! Space!
Oh, Tim Curry's an absolute treasure. I'm glad he's back acting.
As in accordance with my duty as a future Alternian crusader, of course. No oxygen, no wind, a total vacuum, that is the life for me, alright. Flying in space, above the atmosphere, not within the realm of gravity's purview, wouldn't have it any other way.
Actually, you're still under the influence of gravity. The star you're nearby.
Shut up!
You should suck on. No, you should.
Right, you get the feeling you're missing something. This guy seems really defensive about his interest in spaceflight. Like, maybe he's trying to say something totally different. Whatever it is, his internal conflict clearly takes precedence over your issues. How selfish. He seems like a great candidate for a friend, despite the fact that his voice sounds like it belongs over a newsreel about World War II. Hey!
Yeah?
Ah.
I have just one query for you, sport, if I may be so bold. Do you also like spaceflight? Do you yearn to see the moons shining above, the clouds whipping by as you chase and tease the impish western wind? And then also keep going past that up into space?
When the moons hit your eyes.
And you eat pizza pies. That's
Let me
it.
just-
Telling me not so sure, eh? Kind of flubbed that one. Well, we know
so-
we know which one's the bad ending.
No, I think actually, unironically, I think it's going to be different to what we think. But let's tell him we love space
Let's-
flight.
Well, so we're starting with we love spaceflight.
Yeah, because I think that's not going to be the right option.
Oh, because
For some reason.
we think he's being defensive.
Because we
Yeah,
think he's
exactly.
lying, yes. Well then, we are in total agreement. Two kindred souls traveling hand in hand into a glorious yet inevitable future of conscripted service in space. Which is, as I've already made clear, a thing I most definitely and positively desire. So it seems we have nothing more to discuss. Toodaloo!
Galaxy brain after moments.
Galaxy brain off the moment. Indeed.
Just aware of these things.
He is aware of patterns and trends, even when they are things that subvert said patterns and trends.
Checkmate, Ryan Johnson.
Who's that?
I was about to say,
uh,
who's Ryan Johnson?
Last Jedi,
Yeah.
Oh,
because subverting
can you blame me
expectations.
for forgetting the name of the...
That's fair
Who?
enough. Watch Knives Out and Glass Onion instead, then you'll be happy.
Oh, I like
still have
Knives
not
Out.
watched
Glass
those.
Onion was a better comedy than Knives Out, but a worse mystery.
That's fair. I agree.
It just changed out the balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I
Anyway.
liked Knives Out more.
That's fair. I would say on the whole, Knives Out is better, but I do very much like Glass Onion.
Yeah. It's got a very good I like the whole thing. Like the whole thing they break it down with at the end. I was like, yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Alright, rewind.
Break it down.
Let's not be
I
sure.
know about this space flight stuff.
Actually hate space.
I'll keep my feet firmly on the ground where they belong, thank you.
I actually played Alien Isolation, and I know I don't fuck with that shit.
His eyes widen. You see them sparkle?
Ah, I see! You're an individual with a more sophisticated palate. A real connoisseur of the buoyant arts you are. Someone like you could never be satisfied with the anemic affair of traveling through the inky blackness of the galaxies. I believe a jaunt to my hive is in order. Let's get a wiggle on.
There you are.
There was a lot going on there, but you understand that he wants you to follow him.
Also, considering his accent and the fact that he was stringing words together in that way, he may have implied that you were a homosexual somewhere along the way. And
When he said
given
more buoyant, I thought he meant that he thinks that we're a sailor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He likes boats. No, bro, he meant more buoyant. You like fucking
Is this going to be the boy kissing episode?
We just had the episode.
Fuck.
We just had the episode. No, that's the title. That's too good. That's the title. The
Oh
title
my
is the
God.
boy kissing episode. B-O-U.
Oh, well,
The last title I came up with
I know when
didn't make
I'm
it, this
not
one
wanted,
will.
guys. I'll
Oh
see.
well.
Well, no, it's okay. None of us are boys.
She's already gone.
None of
Oh,
us.
she's back. And
That
she's
was-
gone again.
None of us
Okay.
are aquatic flotation devices.
Here's what I think happened there. She left for the bit, came back for the bit, and immediately her Discord crashed. And there it is! Confirmation, baby! I'm that good.
Discord wanted to be on the joke too.
Yeah, Discord has decided it's the boy kissing episode. The lesbian can't be here.
How dare.
Not allowed. Anyway.
The friendly guy takes you to a building where all of the rooms seem to be balanced on spindly-looking stilts. The hive soars up above you into the sky. Yeah, he hasn't actually introduced himself yet.
Yeah, he's not said his name.
Friendly guy, I'm the friendliest in the land.
Anyway.
He gestures to a...
Friend you.
Until the bitter end. No, that
Thank
end doesn't
you
rhyme with land.
for the mini musical number.
He gestures to a little platform attached to a pulley system, like a rudimentary elevator. It brings you up into a small dark room. Doesn't look very dark to me. His house is pretty much what you would have guessed. The walls are covered in star maps and pictures of spaceships. You notice that many of them have cheery slogans splashed across them, saying things like, explore the galaxies because you're required to fulfill your duty to society, and enlist, travel, make friends, don't get cold.
Hello, June. Now that Discord has decided that a girl is allowed back on this episode, how's things going now?
What's
Discord has decided.
Not
You
an
missed
awful lot.
us traveling to his hive.
Okay. I jokingly said, I see I'm not wanted here, and Discord just decided, yep.
Discord wanted to be
Yeah.
in on the joke, but wasn't
The
very
best
good
part
at his
is,
job.
I watched you come back and then half a second later disappear again.
I left as a joke, and then Discord decided to just go, no, actually, you're not allowed.
No,
back
actually,
here."
that's
The
for
joke
real.
isn't over.
Get out.
Oh, I need a new computer desperately.
Discord just went, it's the boy kissing episode, girl kisser. Yeah. Anyway.
Your new friend doesn't seem too happy as he looks around the place.
Just the hive for a dedicated spacecraft enthusiast, isn't it?
You nod. You're not sure what this is leading to, but no one ever went wrong relying on non-specific and plausibly deniable agreement.
Well, I mean, we did do pretty well with that last time. We were doing that sort of thing. Who am I fooling? You've rumbled me, potential new chum. What you see before you is a collage of falsehoods. I'm nothing but an avatar of baloney. In truth, the myriad temptations and desires of space do nothing to tickle my biscuit. The thought of participating in the glorious eternal conquest gives me the screaming mimmies. My interest lies in something a little lower down.
He reaches up and peels back one of the posters. Behind it is another poster, this one showing a view of clouds in the night sky.
Behold my shame. The truth is, I long to toss and turn within the grasp of Mistress Gravity's sweet fingers. To traverse the sky, can such a thing be? Imagine flying within the confines of Alternia's very atmosphere, defying the conventions of what we all know to be true. Instead of down, up. Instead of falling, soaring. Can you imagine? Can you see it before you? Could you ever dream of the existence of such a flying machine? Okay, so are we gonna start off with telling him we've never heard of such a thing, or telling him airplanes exist?
Tell him they exist. Fuck it.
Alright, fuck
Some they
it.
exist.
I brought you here to show you my truth. And you treat me to mockery! An airplane? A plane that floats in the air? Flying machines are a serious business. I think you should leave.
Wow.
Oh, fuck, that was quick!
That was fast.
Damn, okay.
Okay, this might be the shortest episode yet.
Damn.
Guess they put all the content into the good ending. Fuck.
Yeah, the good ending's like an hour long.
Ah, but the future is ours to build, my strange-hued and unhorned comrade. What do you think? Does it excite you? Do my ideas rattle your buttons?
You can't help but notice that he's referred to you as a chum and a comrade, but friend hasn't made an appearance yet. Do synonyms count, or is it just a tick of his speaking style? You look as earnest as you can and nod vigorously. You're almost positive this is the thing he really wants you to express interest in.
Aha! The truth will out! You and I share this furtive passion for the indulgences of the air. A dialogue between a troll, a flying machine, and the stars. But further away from the stars than we would be in a spaceship. I cannot stress enough how different of a thing this is.
You can't decide between nodding and shaking your head here, so you furrow your brow and do your best to look thoughtful, like maybe you're contemplating the differences. This fellow's demeanour towards you is definitely shading to the more temperate climate zones. However, certain physical needs are starting to assert themselves. You're still pretty banged up from your previous adventures, but right now the aching of your stomach is screaming for attention. You humbly ask your friend-to-be if there might be any chance of getting a bite to eat.
But of course! Why, if I'd known you had a rumbling in the old digestion bladder, I would have shut my yapper toot sweet. Time for a good old nosh. Yamarooney, what-ho! Now, how should we obtain the victuals? We could venture into the great unknown, which is to say, out of my hive. Or we could stay here, beholden to whatever twists and turns Lady Fate has in store for us in the nutrition block. What do you say, What say you, new timer?
There's another choice!
There's another
Third,
choice?
The third choice! The legendary 3 choices! Alright, do we go out and look for food or stay in the hive?
Stay in the hive?
Yeah, let's stay first.
Fuck it! First come, first serve, first suggestion.
You tell him any food he has in the house will be fine. Surely staying here will get you fed more quickly. He has no food.
No problem at all, my fine and fervent fellow! However, I believe 2 kindred souls such as ourselves have more ways of communicating than mere words alone. I think I'm grasping the meaning behind your request. Hang on.
Hang on a second.
Hang on a minute, did we accidentally just solicit this man? The signal from your transmitter is pinging my cranial orb's receiver. I can see what you're truly after is food for the soul. Oh, thank God.
You definitely meant food for the body. You look for an opening where you might gently correct your new buddy, but he seems to be working himself up to say a lot more things.
The delectable nutrition of what a troll's truest being craves! The sustenance of thought, of imagination, of desire! That which nourishes the self better than the finest grub noodles! Art! Passion! Science! You must have a hankering to see my flying machine design sketches!
Despite your
That's where it was
troubles,
going.
yeah. Despite your troubles, you can't help but think his enthusiasm is kind of sweet. You nod weakly. You make one last attempt, indicating that food might strengthen you to fully appreciate his work.
No need to worry. I am fully confident in your ability to take in my glorious blueprints. You have shown yourself to have quite the sturdy noggin and a discerning Gandalf. I would welcome your input.
Warmth blooms in your stomach. It feels nice to hear him compliment you. You're not sure what you've actually done to earn his praise, but you definitely don't want to ruin this now.
Yep, there it is. There it is. The MSPA Reader Praise Kink rears its ugly head once again.
Maybe seeing his designs will be fun, even on an empty stomach. Maybe it really will nourish you on a level that will help you forget about the prosaic earthly nourishment you thought you wanted. You tell him you're in.
Not so fast. That which I am planning to reveal to you is what I keep closest to my torso pillar. It's not that I don't trust you, my footloose and horn-free cohort. But I think I would like to trust you a little more before vivisecting myself and displaying my bleeding organs before your penetrating gaze, which is a metaphor for exposing my portfolio. Might I trouble you to participate in a small trust trial?
No problem, you tell him. Your bud insists you make yourself comfortable while he gets a few supplies. After a few minutes, he returns with a fistful of fabrics in different colours.
Here's what's been bouncing around the old brain box of mine, buddy-o. I'm going to tie this blindfold around your face. Don't engage them like this.
Oh, God.
Then I'm going to give you some instructions. And you're going to try and locate the case where I keep my treasured sketches. If you can find it, it's gotta mean we trust each other deeply. Like two wings working in unison to achieve liftoff. If that's how wings work, I'm still figuring out the principles of the matter. What a romp! Are you up for it?
It's too late to turn back now, and really, you don't want to. It's kind of a relief to have him tell you what you can do to earn his friendship in plain terms. Well, as plain as this guy's terms ever get. You give him a thumbs up.
Now we're on the trolley!
He quickly ties the fabric around your face.
Oh my god.
The time is upon us! Time for the inaugural flight of our deepening bond! Time to nudge our fledgling companionship out of the nest and see what happens.
Oh, God.
Time to drop you down a very large hole!
Your new friend starts to direct you around
shit,
the
my
room.
front door's open.
And watch out for the stairs!
Oh, and watch out for the front door, it is vertical. Oh dear.
I warned you, chum! I warned you about the
warned you.
stairs!
I warned you, chum, I warned you about the lift-elevator. Anyway.
I did say the line.
Alright, cool. To the left! No, my left. Sorry, okay, I meant your left.
Which one?
And now onwards to the glorious future that lies before us.
You smile weakly, doing your best to follow his instructions. He sounds happy, so you must be getting somewhere.
Almost to the doorway.
Oh no.
3 step forwards, if you would be so... Wait!
Crash. You stagger backwards from the impact. You hear yourself wheeze. The shock has totally knocked your lungs out of commission. Your chest jerks in tiny contractions as you gasp for air.
Oh, beans. Ding dang darn it.
There's no pain, just an intense pressure focused on the centre of your face, right around where you ran into something face first. You pull up the blindfold and you hear footsteps, which probably means your new friend is rushing over to help. He gets the blindfold untied and his face swims into your vision. He looks utterly gobsmacked.
Why, I'll be a Hornby scrub food. Everything capacetic, new pal? Copacetic, whatever.
Copacetic, yeah.
You put your hand to your face and touch something wet. Sure enough, when you pull your fingers away, they're covered in blood. Your nose isn't gushing or anything, just sending out a couple rivulets to let you know it's having a bad day. It's not so bad. You tell your acquaintance this, but he doesn't look any less horrified.
Shivering stratocumuli! All this time I've been testing you to see if I could place the tender gifts of trust in your declawed little hands. And here you've bestowed upon me the greatest trust of all. Knowledge of your non-standard hematological attributes. I am truly honored, flabbergasted, absolutely pushed to the brink of rationality by such a display of faith. Never mind the trust trial. You deserve to see my sketches. Just wait here. Be back in 2 shakes of a baby Barbie's hindquarters.
You sit down on the floor again, wiping the blood off of your face. You're not going to question the stroke of luck you've been shown. Why, if you knew bleeding was the key to his affections all along, you could have encouraged some blood from the sites of your multiple injuries. But no matter. You sniff the last of the blood back up into your nostrils, tasting metal at the back of your throat. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
When your almost friend returns, he drops a big stack of papers into your lap. You page through the designs. The first few are rudimentary, mostly variations on spaceships with little notes like, how do make it not reach escape velocity? I think that's supposed to be how to make it.
Never know, he's just jotted notes down, why not?
Yeah, how do.
It could be how do. How do. What do.
How do. And less jet fuel, shape could be less aerodynamic. But as you keep going, the designs get pretty interesting. One seems to rely on some big rotating sails to achieve lift, another shows a light frame body attached to 4 jointed wings. You briefly wonder what he plans to make the wings out of before you see the note stating that these are dragon wings. A follow-up scribble states, flapping mechanism, how to soften rigor mortis. But hang on, you take a closer look at the machine's frame. This guy's sketch is pretty detailed. The frame doesn't seem to be made of wood or aluminium, as you expected, sorry, but smaller individual shapes lashed together with some kind of cord. Maybe it's just a macabre aesthetic, but you think it looks like bones? You look back at the other designs. Now that you look at it, the sails in this one have a texture that might be leather or similar. The sketches themselves are picked out in a variety of colours, not dissimilar from some of the brand new blood colours you've discovered lately. Oh boy, you've been down this creepy alien road before. Using your lightest, most jocular tone, you question the bone shapes. You soften your words with a big, not freaked out smile.
What's that? Well, I'm not a construction professional, you know. Gotta make use of what's available. Only culled low-bloods and grubs, of course. Not an ounce of insurrectional spirit in this fellow over here. Fear not, unhorned one.
These wacky cultural differences. You just misunderstood. You take refuge in your old standby of nodding and smiling.
Yes.
Oh dear. It's
Don't
none of your
worry.
business.
Don't worry, big guy. We've murdered some red ones already. Or at least we've gotten a couple killed. Here and there.
Yeah, we're not so different, you and I.
I kill Rustbloods with my fat ass. You use their bones to make aeroplanes. Hooray!
Deadly as das at your service.
I'm your guy.
Brings a whole new meaning to the term assassin.
It's none of your business what body parts this fella uses or doesn't use to make his Wright Brothers transformative fan works. Friends aren't for judging people's...
in the title came from.
Ah, I see.
It wasn't Phoenix Wright, it was the Wright brothers.
That is an interesting subversion of expectations. Friends aren't for judging people's use of corpses as construction materials anyway.
You know, when you crash-landed on my planet, I had no idea what to think. Vikare, old boy, you've really shot the balls now, that's what I told myself. Telling an alien about your flying dreams? That's ruffled the kitty, no doubt about it. But now that we're here, and you're having a looky-loo at my sketches, I'm thinking it might have been right for us to meet all along. Perhaps the work of the capricious Madame Destiny.
Surely he's about to say that you're friends. You can almost taste those sweet friendship-affirming syllables coming from his mouth. You're just seconds away from that coveted F word. Or are you? maybe you've misconstrued everything. You look back down at the sketches. Bones in this one, bones in that one. He says these plans call for the bones of aliens like him, at least if you understood him correctly. But they don't really look that different from, well, the bones you're more familiar with. Your own bones. Your bones, which have already gone through a lot today and maybe seem to be in a kind of harvestable condition, if one was so inclined. You clear your throat, you say. He's not in the market for these materials right now, is he? Like, right now? The friendly guy doesn't understand your question. You're not going to push it, but you do risk a quick glance at yourself, then back at him, then back at yourself, just to see if he's checking out the stuff, so to speak. When you look back at him, he looks aghast. Oops.
Heavens to biscuits. Is that what you think of me? You think I'm the type to start taking people's body parts all higgledy-piggledy? As if there aren't plenty of thoughtlessly discarded rib cages to work with? If that's the type of gent you're looking for in these parts, I'm afraid I'm not the type of aggressive heartthrob you're after. We can't all be the macho, bloodthirsty, romantic hero type, ready to whip out our organ-harvesting tools at a moment's notice. I thought we could be friends, but now I see you're looking for something different. My apologies. I think it's best if you go elsewhere.
Oh no. You want to correct the misunderstanding, but you're not fully sure what the misunderstanding is. This guy doesn't seem to be in the mood for any friendship right now. You hang your head. Looks like this was all just a big waste of time.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn, 4 endings.
Yeah.
Well, now that we're back on the title screen and ready to rewind, we can all agree that Vikare is very autistic, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Yep. Glad we're all on the same page. Let's go out and look for food.
From your budding chum's words, it sounds like he himself isn't sure if there's any food in the house. Best to risk it and go outside. You tell him your decision.
Top choice, buckaroo! Foraging is how I while away most of my time, after all. It's just one small matter to trouble the old brain power. If we're venturing out into the unknown yonder, we should obtain some chow from my Lusus as well. He'll be a real grumpy Gustav if he goes too long without his nosh.
You draw yourself up proudly. It's taken a lot of bizarre run-ins and harrowing close shaves, but you know all about Lususes. You inquire about Gustav, was it?
Oh, what a card you are! No, my Lusus! I call him the Canary.
He whips out a photo. He shows a smaller version of himself. His horns nothing but stubs, a far too big pair of aviator goggles slipping off his nose. Standing behind him is a large white fowl, big scraggly wings folded back against its body. You want to say an emu? Whatever it is, it's definitely not a canary. Its beak touches the top of your pal's head with something that might count as affection.
He's not a persnickety sort. All kinds of bugs and leaves will tickle his fancy. Shall we away? Shall we greet the horizon that rushes forward to meet us with outstanding grace? Or astounding grace? Both. Shall we give ourselves over to the current of time's great river?
You're gonna hit some crinkling, I'm having a biscuit.
Hey, fair enough.
Sure, you tell him, you can leave the house. It's getting a lot easier to pay attention to only the words this guy says that actually make sense.
Filtering out for the key nouns.
Yeah. You kind of enjoy his way of speaking, though. If nothing else, it gives you the feeling that he's really excited about this food quest you're going on together. Maybe we might run into some... Yeah, maybe we might run into some oblong meat products.
Mmm.
If we haven't, killed Diamond in this timeline.
Who knows what timeline this is taking place on? Maybe all of them somehow. Maybe this is our... Fuck it, this is our Breath of the Wild event where all of the timelines converge.
Yes, this is the time break.
Pretty early for that, but this is when it happens, and then they re-split and reconverge again.
So much fun. Your alien pal leads you back down through the pulley system and outside again. The trip is not so easy on your bruised ribs. The thing about walking is, when you walk, your body moves.
Incredible assessment there.
Wow.
What a medical genius the MSPA reader is.
Guys.
The M in MSPA reader stands for medical. Medical professional, sure. Actually.
Sure, I guess.
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, that statement is just so wild, guys. I mean, it's just like, did you know every 60 seconds in Africa a minute passes?
Did you know?
It's MSPA, not MPSA, so it's like
you're absolutely
specialist,
right.
Probably,
actually.
I guess.
Probably, absolutely.
Anyway.
You've had better times, is all you're saying. You indicate as much to your companion.
Oh boy, I hear ya. Moving while attached to Alternia's surface is the worst kind of hooey.
Ah.
The moment when autonomous flight is invented trembles ever closer to the present. Can you hear it approach? The wail of a distant klaxon, the call to adventure. It beckons us forward through the years, a golden thread stretching ever onward to that glorious inevitability.
Huh.
That's not what you meant, but his excitement cheers you up a little. Maybe you will feel better in the future when someone invents flight on this planet. Certainly by that time, either you'll be further along in your healing or dead. Either way, thinking about that future brings a little rosy glow to your heart. I can't wait to be dead.
It's the MSPA reader, this is not a surprise.
Oh, I just can't wait to be dead.
You ask your buddy where you're going next.
The world is our bivalvular secretor. We'll go wherever the wind calls our name.
Great.
Right.
Bro sounds so done.
It's like, look,
We're hungry. You're not you when you're hungry.
I get it, but like, holy
Eat
shit.
a Vikare.
Anything. But if it's a short-term answer you're inquiring after, there's a specific plant the canary likes to eat. It's got white petals and leaves as red as a troll's most lurid desires. Could you give a holler if your bulbs fall on something of that persuasion?
You agree to keep an eye out. You continue trudging along beside him, wincing whenever your steps jolt your injuries. Maybe a little conversation will help distract you. You ask your new friend what got him so interested in flying in the first place.
What could be better? Up there, free of worldly concerns. The wind in your face and the horizon at your back. Seeing the continents spread out below you. Finally freeing that your personal aesthetic is appropriate for the given circumstances.
You chew over this one for a minute or two. It seems like what really makes this guy tick is the travel and adventure thing. Or maybe that's just what you're getting from his general demeanour and pretty much everything he said up until now. You're nervous to bring up anything that might make him dislike you, but in the interest of bonding, you forge ahead. Aren't there, you say with apprehension, maybe some similarities between flying and space travel? Like maybe being in a spaceship could satisfy some of these urges?
What? There may be some superficial similarities to trick the common troll, but in essence, the blood pusher and soul of each, as different as night and day, as a mountain and a ditch, a star and a mud puddle. Don't get a fella wrong. Space travel's fine. Well, it's It's the only way to satisfy our bloodthirsty and nearly immortal overlords. And I look forward to such a time when I can be of service in the eternal milestone grind of intergalactic conquest. But it's missing the punch, the pizzazz, the kaboom, the trunk-beast honk of it all.
Just as you'd feared, you've stepped in it now. You're struggling for a response when, out of the corner of your eye, you spot a cluster of white flowers. Relieved, you point them out to your companion, who races over to gather them. But when he holds one up, you can see it has blue leaves, not red. Your shoulders droop. Seems like all you're doing is disappointing your buddy, who's been so nice to you, or at least that's what you think you've read between the lines of his confusing speaking style.
Fear not, my smooth-headed compatriot. My smooth-brained compatriot. These are not the lucid rations we sought. But this plant is people chow. What I mean to say is we can eat it. Since we are people, it's food for people, not food made of people. To be clear.
Maybe it is made of people.
No, he's probably differentiating from all
Does he know?
the other food that is likely made of people.
He comes back with a fistful of the flowers and hands you one of the blue leaves. You're not at all sure that food that's safe for your buddy will be safe for you as well, but at this point you don't have much to lose. Besides, with the way your stomach is groaning, it might as well be a perfectly seared steak. or the gristle left over that you had funneled into your mouth. You put it in your mouth. Chewing on the leaf, you feel even more affectionate towards this guy than before. You were worried this trip was just turning into an excuse for him to run some kind of household errand, but he really did find you something to eat. You're desperate to find some way to show him that you understand his interests. You want to connect to him on a deep soul level. Anything to get him to look at you with that treasured glow of friendship in his eyes. Whenever he mentions space travel, he talks about how it's something that he has to do, some kind of necessary obligation. So maybe there's a reason he's fixated on an activity that's kind of similar, but just a little different. Maybe he doesn't want to do the required thing, the space conquest, but doesn't have it in him to rebel entirely all the way. Maybe airplane flight, or whatever similar thing he's envisioning, is a compromise between what he has to do and what he wants to do. A balance, like all must find, in order to live as an individual in a society that shapes one's desires from birth. You cautiously open your mouth, heart pounding. You venture to ask your pal if he maybe would rather not satisfy the demands of the bloodthirsty overlords. If maybe a part of him wants to get into his flying machine and, well, leave. For real.
That's...
He seems taken aback. Maybe you should have never have said it. What a huge mistake. You've probably pushed this friendship out of your reach for good now. Panicking, you point to the side, yelling that you see a big field of white flowers in that direction. Your potential friend leaps into action, seemingly also glad to be given a reason not to answer this question. He races forward in the direction you indicated. and falls. In a matter of seconds, there's a yelp and your new acquaintance vanishes. Oh! Instantly you realise your error. You didn't look where you were pointing. While walking, you unwittingly came close to the edge of a large cliff, which your companion has now disappeared over. You race to the side, your stomach flooding with fear. This is absolutely the opposite of what you wanted. You look down in horror. Your friend now looks approximately how you felt when you first crash-landed on this dark planet. He's conscious, his face frozen in shock, but one leg is twisted underneath him in a nasty way. You may not be familiar with his alien anatomy, but you're almost positive that it shouldn't look like that.
Uh-oh.
You call out to him in distress, sure he's going to castigate you for your mistake. The strangeness of his language won't make it hurt any less to lose this guy's trust forever.
What hell? Hello.
His voice floats up from the ground below, weak but somewhat jovial? Is it possible that he's not angry?
Oh, joy is happening! Oh, delight for the body and spirit! Did you see? did your being absorbed what occurred before your very visage. I flew, soared through the air, just for a moment, but it happened. An ecstasy like none I've ever known.
You hesitate. Is it really possible that he could be taking this so well? That maybe your big fuck-up was a step in the right direction after all? Never punished.
Never punished!
It
Except
never
for the
goes wrong,
oddest of
guys.
things.
Nothing ever goes wrong.
Nothing ever
Nothing
goes
bad
wrong.
ever happened to the MSPA reader.
Nothing bad. The MSPA reader wins by doing absolutely nothing.
It's definitely a little worrying to hear him celebrate a dangerous fall, but none of that matters if you can secure his friendship at last. I don't care that you broke your leg, you're my friend.
My
You know what? I'm
strange
gonna say it.
associate!
I don't care that you broke your leg.
Yeah.
My strange associate! Come on down here! We will celebrate in grand fashion this eve! How did you know that a brief sojourn through unfettered air would bring me such joy? You're a fine fellow, a truly superb friend.
Your heart lifts with joy. He's at it! He's at the line!
He said it! He said it!
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Of course, you now have to find some way to climb down a cliff with your messed up ribs, not to mention figuring out how to transport someone with a broken leg back to the house. You're not really sure if that's possible, or when the adrenaline that's got you this far will give out and force you to succumb to your own pain. But with a night full of difficulties ahead of you, you couldn't ask for a better balm than knowing you'll face them hand in hand with your friend. Assuming he didn't hurt his hands as well. No matter, you did it!
Woo! Yeah!
I
you
won!
Come on.
Good job, old buddy!
Oh my god.
I'm
What is it with bronze
okay.
blood falling off cliffs?
If I had a
just
nickel
keeps
for every time a bronze blood fell off a cliff, I'd have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot,
Isn't
but it's
a
weird
lot,
that it's
but
happened
strange that
twice.
it happened twice, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was actually a pretty damn quick episode. We haven't even hit the hour mark.
Yeah.
God damn.
Damn, and it had an extra.
And that's funny
choice
because it had
and
4
hadn't even
endings,
hit an
yeah.
hour. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. Good one.
Damn.
Short
I
but
liked it, It
sweet.
was funny.
Yeah.
Short but sweet. I liked it. I liked
Like a funny guy.
I liked bumbling around with Vikare.
Yeah. Who do we have for next time?
Well, let's have a quick gander. And see that next time we have of affection unwanted or untrue.
Ooh.
Oh,
got
hello.
A little mysterious figure on the
The
last.
Shadow
Mysterious.
Wizard Money Gang?
Shadow the Hedgehog, and then this
Money gang?
guy on the other side.
Shadow the Hedgehog.
The guy on the other side who looks like he's trying and failing to flirt.
Yeah, given the title, I'm assuming that may well be a part of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Oh, I see the heart. I see the heart.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, editor me, we've done the thing again. Play another random track.
Yeah.
But yes. So, what? Yeah, what did we think of this episode of reading Homestuck Hiveswap Friendsim, friends?
Yeah, it was good.
It was a lot of fun. Was not expecting the third choice.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's going to be a thing from now on, a fourth
Maybe.
ending.
maybe not. Maybe that was just a funny little bit for this guy.
They were just like, can't think of anything else. Give him an extra route. give him an extra ending.
Yeah, fuck it. Have an ending where the MSP is just like.
Content-wise, it was good. No, don't get me wrong. It was
But
good.
there was a bit. I feel like there was a bit less in terms of size on
It
it.
felt
Yeah.
markedly rushed.
I don't know. Well, I mean, considering who Vikare is. He was a very rushy person, seemingly.
No, yeah, I agree. Just even for like adding an extra ending, like everything seemed to take 15 minutes.
I mean, hey,
Like,
consider we didn't get anyone killed in any of the endings this time around.
true. Alternia's deadliest
No
ass
one-
did not strike again.
No one is dead, and I'm counting last time as one where we got someone killed, because in one of the endings, the MSPA reader themselves got killed.
Yeah,
So
the someone was us.
the someone was the reader themselves, but yeah, we didn't end up with a body count at the end of it, which is nice.
Congrats.
Which
to
is
us.
nice.
Mm.
But yes. Well, I guess it's time for the fucking outro. Sick. And I don't have to speedrun it this time.
Yeah.
So, if you like this video, hit the like button. If you very much like this video and want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. We upload episodes of Reading Homestuck, Hiveswap Friendsim every Monday or Tuesday, depending on your time zone, and we upload other things on Thursdays or Fridays, again, depending on your time zone. Didn't have anything last week, but this week, Lancer Dicey Deeds, Episode 3. It's a good fucking time, everybody. It's a good fucking time.
Yeah.
A mecha tabletop RPG. Last episode, big battle. You don't know what happened in it unless you watch. It was fun. It was a good time. It was very cool. Other things we do on Thursdays and Fridays. Recently, we did Trollsona's Act 4, now renamed Writing Homestuck, because Mason just pulled that shit out of his back pocket and was like, well, here's a name.
Yeah.
Here's a name for the series. And I was like, yeah, that's fucking good. Why not? It fits the theme.
Writing stuck.
Writing Homestuck. But, yes. That was
Homestuck.
another very fun time. Statistically speaking, you've watched it already, but if you haven't, go check it out. If you
Yeah,
have,
it was a great time.
I don't know, if you want to watch it again, I ain't gonna stop you.
Go watch.
I get it. And also, something we're going to be doing next week, Diggin' Rimper. Diggin' Rimper, another one. It's a sort of improv comedy Danganronpa parody board game thing. It's a good time. Have a lot of fun with it. And check out Chapter 1 that is now complete. Chapter 2 coming soon. You can also follow me on Tumblr and on Blue Sky. I post things there sometimes. The art assets used in our Writing Homestuck series, I post them there. You can also send me asks on Tumblr, send me DMs on either, send me messages, whatever. Post at me. And also, YouTube sometimes eats your comments, because it's kind of shit like that sometimes. So if you really want me to know something, if you want to suggest anything like that, I'd suggest sending it on one of my other platforms, where, you know, I'm a lot more guaranteed to actually be able to ever see it. You can also follow June on Tumblr and Blue Sky, but also on Instagram, June.
Yeah, follow me. I sometimes do stuff. Yeah.
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 And yeah. And you can also follow Arthur on Twitch. Arthur?
Yeah, so I know my starting date for my job now. It's the 3rd, which
Nice.
is exciting. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I'm going to be a cook at a mental hospital. It's quite fun.
Nice.
It's not quite a 9 to 5, it's just 7 to half 5, but it's nice.
It's close enough. It's still a regular schedule.
Yeah. That's good.
And not fuck you, you come in when we feel like it. But yes. And also, just out of interest, Arthur, any updates on the book?
No, I haven't done anything with it for a while.
Aye, fair enough. And Mason, do you have anything you want to say at the end of this here episode of Reading Homestuck Hiveswap Friendsim?
Only to say thank you all for watching. We love making these. We hope you love watching them. Do go check out the Troll Sona video we put. The Writing Homestuck video we put up.
You're getting used to your own name.
A while ago.
Take a minute.
Yeah, you know, sometimes my genius amazes even me. Please do check that out. It was a great time. Look forward to Lancer coming up, and of course Dig and Rimper. Another one. Show you that one. And
Indeed.
Yeah, just have a good time. Have a good time.
Have a good time. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Arthur.
Bye.